Welcome to Mama Beyond Sight. Today we'll be speaking about spiritual dream journal. Okay, uh, I will be sharing some of my uh, personal dreams, only to document and maybe you could help me decipher some of my dreams, which I don't understand, and you might have a dream or two uh, that it's not clear what the message would be, right? So if you would like to participate and leave in a comment or even shoot me a email, uh, you'll find in the description below. If you don't want to share it publicly, it's fine. Um, so I have two questions that were asked about my first uh, dream journal, that which I was speaking about. And by the way, I am your host, and my name is Sandra. Welcome, welcome, everyone, and welcome home. Here you could find spiritual guidance, intuitive readings, along with inspirational thought of the day. And now, dream journaling. Okay, so if you're interested, let's collaborate. Okay. So back to the questions that were asked. One of the questions that I was speaking about yesterday was astral projection, and how we come out of our spirit comes out of our body, which this happens to every single person, every single person. When you sleep, when you at rest, your spirit doesn't rest. Your spirit travels. Okay? Sometimes near, but sometimes very far. And in spirituality, uh we tend to protect ourselves even more in our sleep state because it's very dangerous. Okay? If you run into someone that really knows uh of how to deal with energy, this is a very dangerous uh, state of being, sleep. So someone asked me, when I do astral projection, is it safe? And how do I do the astral projection? First of all, astral projection is to have a good handle on it, you have to practice. As I spoke before, many videos before, you have to know yourself, within, know spirit, okay? And practice meditation and quiet down the mind, okay? And it's all about connecting to the energy, you know, that surrounds you. Um, it's not an easy task, but again, it takes dedication. Okay, and yes, projection is dangerous. Okay, once again, if you are fairly new uh, into attempting to do this, I would suggest to do your research always, but always learn about yourself. You know, again, journaling your feelings, your what ticks you off, um, what makes you cry, etc., etc. What quickens your anger. All of this comes into play. And I spoke about that. If you want to check out my created playlist, Ancestral Spiritual Teachings, you could find more information. Okay. But once again, yes, it is kind of dangerous whether you're doing it with intentions or not. You know, there's a process that you must take to protect your soul or your spirit when it's out of your body. So for my subscriber that asks about astral projection, um, I would take it slow and you know, work on the seeing it in your mind, simple things. Okay, and check out the ancestral spiritual teachings. I might create a playlist. All right. So on to my dream, and I love this dream, and it has a lot of messages. And again, when you dreaming and you forget, you know, uh, most of the dream, but you remember one small part of the dream. That's your message. This is where you need to um, quickly journal and write that down and revisit later on. I forget some of my dreams also, but there's dreams that I could remember from last year or 2 years ago. That's how much that dream has impacted me. You know, the colors, the smells, the feeling in my hands. You know, uh, it's so vivid. You know, before I go into my dream, there was a dream prior, and this happened to me a couple of times. Maybe it happened to you too. You know, leave me a comment and share with the community. Um, my dream was so surreal that there was an item in the dream that I felt so real that when I woke up, I was looking for the object. You know, I was looking for whatever it was in that dream. I was looking for it in reality. That's how surreal that dream was, and this has happened to me frequently. But maybe it's happened to you too. Can you remember what you wanted to bring back? Yeah, let's talk about that. So the dream that I'm sharing today, series two, um, I see myself in almost, it seemed like a jungle, right? But I was on a straight path. There was a lot of bushes and trees on each side of me, but the path in front of me was clear. And there was a lot of bushes and thick, thick bushes and trees. You could not see past these bushes or trees. And I was walking with someone. The person that I was walking with, I could not see. I know there was a female with me in this path. So I see myself walking and walking, and it's the walk seemed endless. All of a sudden, I could hear rustling on the side of me, actually on my right hand side. I could hear like something was walking with us, but at quick pace. So I was trying to see in the dream what was it that I could hear rustling on the side of me. But the person that was walking with me was encouraging me to keep walking forth. So we get to this big, big, humongous tree, and we started hearing like roars, like a lion's roar, and we couldn't see what it was, and we paused for a minute, and I'm looking around and trying to see what it was, but could not. So we kept going forward. All of a sudden, this roar was getting closer, and as we was passing this humongous tree, this lion, almost like a man, um, jumped in front of our path and started growling at us and roaring. Rah. So all of a sudden, whatever was walking on between those bushes jumped out and came in between me and the lion. And it was a woman, a beautiful woman. And she passed her hand on the lion and she said, no, they were called, she was called to come down this path. So I saw the lion stand on his 2 feet, and you could almost see a man's face on the lion. So the lion tipped his head, and he moved to the side and allowed me to continue my journey. Shortly, we met up with a gated, silver white gate, and behind it, I could see a little house. And there was a couple of dogs. There was actually one dog, and the other two animals, I don't remember what they were. But this little dog kind of spoke to me and said to me in my mind, you have to speak to the gate and give me the sign. So the person that was walking with me whispered in my ear, knocked 3 times on the door on the gate. So I did that, and a door appeared and it opened, and we went inside. And I was met by an old lady, a very, very ancient old white head lady, and an old man. And I asked them, how you live so deep in a forest? How do you eat? How do you survive? And the lady just pleasantly smiled at me and pointed on the floor. There was a basket. It was a big basket, and I could see she was cutting up some things in her hands, and she was cooking. So the man sat me down next to the basket while the woman filled the basket up with whatever it was that she was cooking. And I saw myself being led back out the gate, and there I woke up. Yeah, I believe that dream, it has so many details, and it has so many vivid details, smells, and I could feel items in the dream. Um, I feel that that dream was led by my uh, angels or spiritual guides to receive something. Okay, that's what I was taken there for. If you have any interpretation to that dream, you want to add on to it, you are welcome to do that. And you know, this dream is so vivid. I relive it over and over again, and then it astonishes me how everything came to play in that dream, and what I brought back with me was a spiritual, we could say, development, right? A beautiful, beautiful dream. Once again, if you have any dreams that you would like to share with the community, you are welcome to, my lovelies. And if you are interested into giving your suggestion or your interpretation into any of the dreams that I post, you are welcome to do that. Please do. Mama Beyond site welcomes that, you know. And if you have not yet subscribed, Mama Beyond site welcomes you home. To the next video, my lovelies. And be blessed and be well. And remember, a small star in a dark sky shines brightly. And so do you, my lovelies. I thank you so much for your love and your support and uh, being there. Yeah, sharing and you know, uplifting one another. Mama Beyond Sight. I am your host, and my name is Sandra. Mm. Yep, you know what's coming. Smooches later. I know. You can do the kissy face. Later.